Hello, everyone. My name is Heidi Chang. I'm assistant professor at Department of Entertainment Management at ISO University. Today, this class is given to the graduate students with IMBA students. So you are taking this class from me. The course title is Organization Theory and Management. So most of you are international students, so the class is going to be conducted in English. If you are interested in these graduate level courses, you can also come to participate in the class. Right. So again, this is a master level of graduate students, class. So we will talk about some articles. We will cover the theories in the organization. Right. So first thing first, let me introduce myself to you. Actually, I get my master and PhD from Purdue University in Indiana, United States. I also earned my PhD candidates in human resource management at National Science and University. So at this point, I have a few years of working experience in the industry. I also have ample experience teaching in the university level. If you ever need to reach me, feel free to send me an emails or make appointments ahead of time for meetings. I have the graduate students, every year I have few graduate students. So if you're interested in this topic, in the organization theory or HR, organizational behavior, we can talk about that. But again, my office locates at A floor at the international buildings, just on top of OICA. So feel free to stop by and say hi. Right. This class, again, it's organizational theory. So we kind of expect that the students, after taking the class, you are able to interpret and apply the basic concept and principles of organization theories. And then you are expected to understand and apply these basic theories and models of organization and to your companies. And so you are expected to be able to analyze and understand organizational behaviors and further provide corporate strategies. So in today's business, we will also focus on the corporation ethics, and you would raise some concern like how you are going to make some ethical decisions, and then you are concerned about the environment and society. Those are a few very important issues that we talk about in an organization nowadays. We also talk about like sustainabilities, we talk about sustainable competitive advantage. So this class, we will use the theory, part organization theory, but also give you some current issues companies focus on in today's business. Right. So what is organization theory? This might be your first class, taking, we have a lot of management related subject, but this one particularly focus on organization theory, but after all, this is still in the business field. So we'll talk about the organizational design, like the organization structures, starting maybe like the founder, the CEO, and financial directors, and each organization will have their organization chart. Then the organization theory, we will talk about something like leadership, we'll talk about efficiency, we'll talk about communication, and another important thing is organizational culture, right? And then we will analyze about the group behavior versus the individual behavior, okay? So one part of the class will talk about organizational behavior. And then we'll talk about different management styles and how you deal with the motivation to your employees. Okay. Then the teaching format from this particular class, it's my teaching philosophy and teaching style. That this is a 3-hour, 3 credits class. Most of the lecture will be given by me, but I also expect you as a graduate student, you need to develop your critical thinking abilities. You are going to learn a lot of, analysis to the company's issues. You are going to learn how to propose a strategy to, deal with some problems that occurred in your companies. So the teaching format will be, I give the lecture parts, but the other part of the class, I expect you to also fully participate in the class. Either it's going to be an in-class activities or research paper presentation or it can be a case study, or it can be any in-class activities that I ask you to be involved with. Okay, so every week we are going to meet for 3 hours. The first 2 hours will be the lecture parts, and the last part will be some discussion going on. Okay, so you will have a lot of interaction. You will not just be like you sitting in the class taking the notes. All right, you might see that I'm not those kind of professors just sitting there, writing all the notes for you and ask you to memorize. I expect you to learn the theory as a graduate students, but you also need to have the abilities to present your ideas and also propose the strategy for the companies, and also propose the strategy for your problem solving, right? So this is what we are going to do with the teaching formats, lectures, in-class activities. I will expect you to do the presentation as one of the skill that you should develop in a business school as a graduate student is your presentation skill. You are MBA students, you are expected to work for companies. A lot of time you will be expected to do a presentation in front of maybe in your team, or even doing a presentation for your suppliers, so presentation skills are very important for this class as well. I will, show you how to do a presentation well, orally, and also do some, well writing reports. Okay, so those are something that you are expecting from this class. Homework from time to time, I'll give you some homework, but might not be too much. As a graduate student, I expect that you read a lot and you will follow what we have, following with the syllabus. I'll pick up some journal articles for you to learn. I'll show you how to look for academic resources. I'll show you how you are going to look for the right citations, how you are going to refer your writing using the right references, all that as a graduate students. Case study I'll also apply to our class. I'll use, some real cases, either a multinational corporation, or it can be a local case, local companies in Taiwan. I'll use that and then provide those cases and link to the theories that we teach in the class. Okay, for the assessment parts, as I explained earlier, if you never come to a class, you never participate, you fail to do the presentation and do the case study, the chance of passing the class is really low. Okay, I wouldn't make this class super difficult. That's not my teaching philosophy either. I wouldn't fail the student. Usually you fail yourself, but I expect as a graduate student, you didn't come here to fail, right? So make sure you come to class on time, and then, fully participate with all the assignments I give you in the class or prior to the class. So 20% will be from the class participation, 10% will be the learning attitudes, and then we'll have the midterm exam of 30%, the final presentation will have the 40%. But again, as a lecturer, I will have the right to modify any syllabus or assessment during the middle of the class, but I will let you know ahead of time. It all depends on your learning attitudes and your performance. If I realize you didn't do well, probably I'll increase some homework, and of course, the percentage of those homework will increase compared with these assessments, right? But anyway, I'll announce to you ahead of time, so don't worry about that. These slides, I'm not going to spend time right now at this, introduction clip. This is just one of the example how the class is going to be like at the third part of the class. I would give you some questions or some issues or even some case or even the articles that you are supposed to read. And then during the class, I'll encourage you to use the class time to finish the discussion. And then the most important part is not just to discuss or keep it within yourself. I would like you to share with the class. So learning skill, one of the learning skill and the achievement you might want to complete after the class is you are going to improve your presentation skill and your communication skill, and then you are going to learn how to cooperate with your classmates. I hope you will like this class, and there is a lot of materials that we will be covering during this organization theory class. I hope you will enjoy that, and this is just a briefing. I'll see you in our class during the semester, right? Have a good one.